Hello traders, John at StockBookie.com. Today we're looking at Facebook, Apple, Amazon, and Netflix. We follow the daily, weekly, monthly time frames. We use technical analysis here at StockBookie.com. If you like these videos, go to my website, sign up, they're free, or click down here in the bottom right hand corner and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Traders, you're looking for a new broker? Check out venomtrading.com/promo/StockBookie. All right, guys, so Facebook daily chart 1.82 red on the day, or dollars down, 1.08% red on the day. So it's holding this pattern here. We're at the 50% retrace from this high to this low. So really, you got a 50% shot that it's going to go up or down. So had news, drove it down, found a good bottom at the 150. Nice little retrace back up, and micro bull up sideways, macro bear, still in the lower range. If you take this pivot here, still holding this one off this pivot, the bounce up to the double top, breakdown. So watch this one here too, 167.24, holding that. If this pattern doesn't get going, again, let's talk about earnings. So it's a 50-50 shot, guys. If it goes up, we'll short. If it goes down, then we'll look to go long. Bottom line, right now we're in the middle of the range. We're below the MAs, a little bit out of a weaker stance, but still above the 20, so still okay. Yeah, and that goes for the rest of them too, guys. Earnings coming up. We'll see which, except for Netflix, of course, but we'll see which ways these things go. I wouldn't even play them. If you have small positions, that's fine. Just take it easy with these. Don't overload the boat and then get hurt on these. But if it wasn't for earnings coming up, then check this out. You have a down, nice sideways inside bar, trying to get back above the 50% 50 MA and the 50% retrace as well. This thing starts coming in, guys. We're going to be at 118 super quick, guys. And this is just like Tesla when we're looking at places to buy. I love this area down in here, guys, if we ever got down there, which we'll see. This pattern here, down, sideways, a little bit up, retrace, that could bring us to some lows. So again, bulls, got to get it back above the MAs, and this is your big area, 176.66. Actually, let's see, what's the high? 177.17, and above the 176.58 or the 20 MA. That's your big area on this one on the weekly close. If it could get above there, then maybe higher prices. But guys, this is one, look at the monthly. I'm sorry, too far, too fast. Goes from 22 bucks to 200. And never really has a good pullback. I think the time is coming, guys. And then this has the 50 MA right here, right around the 115.13 area, so watch for that. But Facebook, guys, you know, it's Facebook, so we'll see what happens come earnings. But if this thing pops, we'll definitely be doing something with this, me and my members. All right, let's go into Apple. Now, Apple's the worst stock ever. Their phones stink, everything. CNBC's bringing all the guys on saying everything's slowing down, and oh my gosh, it's terrible, and watch this thing bounce on earnings. So, but right back into the 200 MA, right into great support in these little pivot areas, held, took off up, filled the gap here, can't make it higher. You know what? I want to see something, though. So if we put this retrace, I want to put it to those lows, right in here. Look at that. So gap fill, oh man. And then news. Oh my gosh. I mean, you can't look at that. Gap fill, 750 retrace. What else? Anything else? Even number 179.02. Get the little doji and then boom, straight down. We're actually into a good bounce area again, guys. We didn't kiss the 200 MA, but when you get a couple candles like this, it could lead to lower prices. So keep an eye on Apple, guys. Good 2-day slack in here. Some people I know bought some, had some calls, doing great. Never took them off the table. Back to zero, guys, on the calls. Unbelievable. 100% gain on the calls. Never showed exit prices, right back down. Pretty sad. So, but anyways, you never know, guys. Get a little bit of news. Next thing you know, this thing's down. Holding this great area, though. So let's see with Apple. All you Apple bulls, it needs to hold this area. If this area doesn't hold, we're going right here to 156.48, double bottom, and then possibly lower. Earnings again coming up. That's the wild card in all these stocks, except for Netflix, of course. That already went. That one, you know, no great shakes. We'll go through that chart. But look at this, though. Right back to this high of this candle. Great inside bar. Retraces up. Fills the gap, 750, and then slams right back down. If this 162.75 area cracks, I think we're going to go right down here real quick. And then I still think this game 120 to 115 down in here, guys. Ultimately, this is where it's going. Markets dump. This is where Apple will be, and I will be a buyer somewhere down in here. We'll have to see how this thing gets to that area. But right now, pretty ugly reversal right here on the weekly. Let's see what it gives us next week. First, gotta hold this. Let's see what we get on Monday, Tuesday. If we hold the 200 and hold this area, we could possibly have another short-term retrace, maybe on earnings, and then the next leg down. So just be careful. Had some real good sellers in here. People dumping, guys. Somebody might know somebody, but smart money was gone here, gone there, gone on this one up here, and then, dumb money selling down in here. So imagine if you had 10 million shares of this thing, and you could have sold at 180, but instead you're dumping it at 165. Oh, anyways, so Apple's still all right. Nothing really wrong. A couple good days of selling doesn't mean too much for this one, but still had 65 million traded. $7 down, 4.1% down on the day. But that was a great reversal there. So be careful. This could lead to lower prices. So we'll see what happens next week, and then we'll take it from there. Amazon. Amazon, same thing. It's like, boom, get the retrace up into this big bar, 750, and then looks like it's going to take it on down. The 750 actually was at 1529.98. Then you had the upper one here right around the 1573, and then, of course, the double top at 1617.54. Great little pullback here. Got below the 750 retrace. Still inside this bar, so we're not out of the woods yet, guys. Still in a bullish stance above the 20, the 50, and the 200 MA. This is the weekly chart, guys. 55 or 5.5 million. Look at that weekly. Look at that when it was selling, guys, and then you get the weekly and it floats. Look what you get. No volume. $29 down today, though. 1.19%. A little bit up after hours, and again, 5.5 million on the day. So volume wasn't bad. I mean, it's not the bad. I mean, look at this day. It was a sleeper. A little bit of a pause, and then you get the pop. Again, this is where we started breaking down here. You're going to have a lot of people who bought right here, held the bag, came back up. They're become sellers because they're like, you know what, I'm at break even. I don't care. Going into earnings, I'm not going to play this one anymore. Nice little reversal, though. Gapped, pretty much opened up a little bit higher and faded throughout the day. Filled the gap here, though, so let's watch if we stay sideways. We are above the 50, the 20, and the 200, so good bullish stance. But man, going into this good overhead resistance in this little breakdown bar. It's going to take a little more than that, Amazon, to push this thing through, and that's where earnings comes into play. Again, earnings on these three, be very careful. If you have to take a position, just make it small where you can handle some damage just in case if it goes against you. All right, guys, that's it for those three. Let's go into Netflix. I added Netflix just to get that one on here, too. I had some people ask me about this one. So we're right back in the double top here. This thing's just chopping around. 338.82 is the double top. Next big area is 351.20 and then 368.12 in my book at least. Those are all mathematical numbers. Those are the next areas of resistance. If this thing continues up, maybe with the good earnings on the Apples and the Amazons and the Babas and the Teslas, this could follow up. And if the SPY, the IWM, and the Qs start rallying, this will probably go a little bit higher. So watch for this one. Everything's a market trade that held up all right today. It was down a little bit today, nothing crazy, 1.48%, $4.93 down, and on 9 million shares traded. So even the volume just disappeared again, and this thing's just trying to float up. Great resistance up in here, and of course double top. Let's just see what it gives us, guys. A little bit extended on the daily. That could lead to a little bit of a pullback. The monthly is ridiculous, guys. 182 is my price target. I'm gonna go with 200, 220. And I'm telling you, this is a high flyer, guys. It's gonna take a little time. It's take a couple months coming in, depending on the market. Markets dump, SPY and all that. This will be here quicker than you think. Should not be that high. Oh my gosh, these charts drive me nuts. Weekly chart too is stretched. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Boom, retrace, retrace. That's the next leg. If we get a little bit more, guys, this thing will be selling. So if you're not short Netflix, this thing goes back up, you got to short Netflix, period. That's it. You're extended. 262 would be the target right now. By the time it's said and done, it'll probably be around 270 again. That's a nice pullback. So weekly volume was good with the earnings and stuff. But what else would you expect with this? This is another high flyer, guys. These are tough to pick off, but when they start coming in, they're going to come in nice and low, guys. It's just gonna, man, I've seen it too much with these. And right before we go, I'm going to show you this one. This was a great one. I was telling everyone to short. Look at this monthly chart. This is just spectacular. Everyone, but it's Thor. Oh my gosh, at 160, let's give it an upgrade. $100 it is now. $60 pullback. And this is probably going to $80, maybe lower. So be careful with THO. And back to NFLX. Earnings still unwinding. 100 whatever 25 million members or whatever, it's Netflix, guys. Remember 2 years ago Amazon was taking over the world, but now it's Netflix. You got to buy this one at the highs, and then if it goes down, they'll talk about Amazon taking over the world again. So just be careful in these markets. Take small positions. Earnings on deck. Let's see what direction these markets can go, and then we'll take it from there, guys. Again, this is John at StockBookie.com. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And guys, have a great weekend, and God bless. See you on the charts.